which hundreds and hundreds. You totally exaggerate everything on the baseless facts.
Don't talk over each other because the audience can't.
Come on this programme with baseless facts. You don't know about it. You're not serious. Your party are not serious about government. We're trying to protect. We are trying to protect our national interests. We are trying to protect a military base that is under threat, which you know it is, which is why you started. You're not serious about government at all. You're just now in the warm bath of opposition, coming on programmes, making baseless facts, shouting over people because you've got nothing to say and you're not serious. Get some security briefing and then you might know what's going on.
See who's shouting over.
Well, hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us again. And I promised you that I was going to go into looking at our favourite person, Lucy Powell, and of course there's quite a few classic clips of her losing her shit completely, but this one is one of the best, I think. And this is the famous Politics Live debacle, if you like, the car crash interview with Richard Holden, where she tries to defend the Chagos Islands deal. And of course, we all know now that she tries to defend the costs of it, and we all know now what the costs are. They're 10 times more than what they actually said they were at the time. Obviously, the ridiculous, if you can call it a deal, of giving back the Chagos Islands unnecessarily to Mauritius, and then renting it off them for an extortionate amount of money that we don't have. We are in so much debt at the moment, 50 billion black hole, and we're giving away things and then renting them back. It just seems absolutely insane. So this is a clip of Lucy Powell defending that deal. And it's Richard Holden, who's a bit of a knobhead, to be honest, but still, I think he had some good points to make, and she just lost her shit completely, which was unbelievable to watch. It's well worth a watch. So I'm not going to go on talking about it. Let's roll the clip and see what happens. Hey, here we go.
They were started under a Conservative government.
That's absolutely the negotiation with Mauritius about the future. However, it's very important at that point to then say that was under no point was any idea that Britain was going to give away over £18 billion.
Well, that's nonsense.
Hang on, just before we jump to the figures that are involved.
They're nonsense. You know they're nonsense.
Well, what are they then?
You know they're nonsense.
What are they then?
They're nonsense, and you know they're nonsense.
Well, hang on.
You don't know, do you, Lucy?
No, they're nonsense.
You don't know, do you?
They will become clear, but I know that they are nonsense.
Right, well, let's talk.
And so it's ridiculous.
Well, Richard and
so
Lucy,
you want to get onto that whilst ducking the very important issue here, which is, it's in our national interest and it's in our national security.
Absolutely not in our national interest.
It's in our national
China's national interest.
Don't shout over me. Don't shout over me.
Just keep it calm.
Not a good look. It's in our national security.
You can't even answer the question about how much it's going to cost.
Are you talking over me again?
I'm asking you.
Are you talking over me again?
You asked
me. Are you?
Richard,
okay, can I speak?
Richard and Lucy, just
can I speak?
Cool it.
Right,
well, hang on. I will come back to you.
Speaking over me.
But Lucy, answer the question about the cost.
It is in our national security and in our national interests to get a long-term arrangement to keep that important military base.
I mean, Lucy, do you know any of the opinions of the US government about this, or around? Can you tell us the money?
Do you know the negotiations that your government were doing? Were you privy to those?
I wasn't part of them.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I wasn't part of them all.
No, you weren't.
But I mean,
let him
finish.
Rather than talking over me, as you criticise me for, I'm losing a rag about this, Lucy, because you can't even tell. You accuse me of not being aware of what the situation, but your government's literally putting this forwards at the moment.
Well, let's just see if we can make a bit of progress in terms of the money.
The figures that are being bandied about by Richard and others are nonsense. The full details have yet to be agreed. They've not been signed off. I've not seen. They've not been signed off by Cabinet or by anybody else.
There was
extensive conversations. He doesn't know.
No, well, you say you don't know the content of those conversations and negotiations for obvious reasons.
It's very clear that the current government minister sat next to me has no idea of anything and criticises. Can I just finish? And criticises the figures that I'm putting forwards, but herself has no idea. At the moment,
I do have an idea. I know they're nonsense.
Hang on.
Well, you just said it. Well,
I know they're nonsense, but I'm not claiming to know something I didn't know, and you're claiming to know something you didn't know.
You've literally.
You said said you had no detailed conversations.
Lucy, let him.
You
didn't know.
You've literally agreed it'd be billions, but I
haven't agreed it'd be billions. I haven't agreed anything. I said that. Anyway. I said that figure was nonsense. So that's all I said. That figure.
Well, let's just
nonsense.
say 9 billion and 80.
That figure is nonsense.
Let's see when it comes forwards.
This is traitorous levels of national sabotage by Starmer. Was it traitorous levels of national sabotage when these negotiations were started by Liz Truss?
There's a totally different thing between having a negotiation with somebody and an outcome which basically surrenders sovereignty and hands over billions and billions of pounds of taxpayers' money.
All right.
Let's go. Lucy.
Let's say 9 billion divided by 100. Do your maths.
100 million pounds a year.
Not hundreds and hundreds, which is what you just said.
It could be if it's 80.
Which hundreds and hundreds. You totally exaggerate everything on the baseless facts.
Don't talk over each other because the audience can't.
Come on this programme with baseless facts. You don't know about it. You're not serious. Your party are not serious about government. We're trying to protect. We are trying to protect our national interests. We are trying to protect a military base that is under threat, which you know it is, which is why you started. You're not serious about government at all. You're just now in the warm bath of opposition, coming on programmes, making baseless facts, shouting over people because you've got nothing to say and you're not serious. Get some security briefing and then you might know what's going on.
I'll see who's shouting over people. I think if people are talking about hundreds of millions of pounds a year over the 99 years, front-loaded.
But they're not.
What is that?
But they're not talking about.
That's literally what has been agreed by government.
And actually, Lucy, it was a question raised. It was a question raised about priorities in terms of spending.
So there we go. I think that's probably the worst one of the lot I think I've seen of her. It's unbelievable that she's... it looks ridiculous now when you see what the actual deal is, that she's even defending it. You know, Richard Holden and the Tories had a point. Yes, they did start negotiating it, to be fair, but they didn't end up at this point. They didn't end up giving it away and then renting it back for an extortionate amount of money. And the reason why that's happened is people like Lord Hermer that are involved, and the human rights, the country is being run by human rights lawyers right now, Starmer, Hermer, and what they see is our colonial past has been an embarrassment. So what they want to do is they're trying to make up for it. It probably won't be the first that we give back. You know, it could be all sorts. The Falklands could be on the agenda. Gibraltar could be on the agenda. You know, let's just see. But they hate our colonial past. Starmer hates the fact that we had a colonial past and we were a great power once upon a time. He forgets that we gave so much to the world as well over those years, including supposedly democracy, which seems to be ending here at its birthplace in the UK right now. So it was just well worth a watch just to see again how amazingly insane Lucy Powell is, how the power has literally gone to her head now that they are in government, and she's defending the undefendable. You know, Richard Holden really, he needed somebody a bit more powerful with a better sort of grasp of the facts, really. I'd love to see Robert Jenrick or somebody like that up against her. He comes across as a bit of a bumbling fool, but she really tore into him. It was I'm embarrassed for her, really, shocking, really. But anyway, just want you to see that. Well worth a watch. Thank you for coming back to the channel, and if you can please subscribe, it will really help us, and if you like the video, that would be excellent. Thank you for coming back, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.